Okay, y'all, so I'm about to show y'all an article, and hopefully it explains a little bit about what's really going on, what is to be expected when it comes to our shopping and stuff here on out. So this is an article that Procter and Gamble put out recently, explaining to its customers about what they're about to do when it comes to the inflation and what is happening and all that good stuff. So come on over here and let's look at this article. All right, y'all. So y'all see this title. It say the owner of Tide and Dunn has a warning about the economy. All right. So Procter and Gamble, the maker of Tide, Dunn, Bounty, and other leading household brands, warned Friday that the consumers were beginning to pull back on their spending as inflation concerns mount. All right. So it's a P&G posted 7% sales growth during its most recent quarter ending June 30th. Its strongest growth in years. The company was able to push through higher prices on consumers. Okay. But its sale volumes declined 1% last quarter, a sign consumers were dialing back. All right. So y'all see what that is. So let's go ahead and jump down here and say, for example, consumers are not stocking up are not stocking up their pantries as much as they were early in the pandemic, and they are buying more private label brands, particularly in paper goods. So they going and buying those off brand stuff, which ain't nothing wrong with that, y'all, because that stuff is expensive. So as shoppers are more exposed to inflation oh, broadly in the marketplace for over 40 years. Well, it's at its highest in 40 years. Let me correct that. So yeah, so y'all, everybody is taking a hit when it comes to this, and it's only gonna get worse. We done talked about how the closer it gets to winter, they're talking about how things is gonna get even higher and everything like that. So this is just a little article. You can look it up for yourself, but it's just to encourage y'all to, don't be scared to get those other brands and stuff if you have to, if that's what you can afford, as long as it's still good quality. Y'all see that? So, I mean, that's to be expected, because if you think about it, me being a couponer for years, I know how expensive Procter and Gamble stuff is, and that stuff gets very, very expensive. So for those of y'all that may not know, Procter and Gamble is like your Tide, your Gain, your Bounty, your Scott, your Cottonelle. I think Cottonelle is on the Procter and Gamble. Your Dunn. All those are Procter and Gamble products. And y'all know those are your name brand, your go-to. Some people is just very, very picky about it. They ain't gonna, use nothing but what they like. Well, with everything, especially with time, things changes. And you have to kind of adjust to that. It ain't no really counter. You gotta adjust to that. That's just the way it is. Now me, I ain't never been the type to be picky about it. I do have those things stocked up because it was free or very, very cheap through couponing. But when I go to the store, that is not what I am looking to buy. I'm looking to buy cheap but still good. Okay, because some things that's cheap is not really, it's not good. It don't work. I be looking at some of the soaps and stuff. Some of that stuff don't even lather. It don't even lather at all. Like, it's just like, I don't know, water. So you have to kind of pick and see what is what. But I mean, they should have expected that, because with the jobs being the way that they are, people ain't making the money. People ain't making enough money to offset the price of everything, the inflation and all that stuff. So yeah, people going to more private labels. And for those of you that may not know what private labels are, those are your, what we call your off-brand items. And nothing is wrong with that. Some off-brand items is better than the name brand items. And what you don't understand is a lot of the off-brand items is actually the name brand companies that's just to put different names on it. So they gonna make you pay your money for Tide. But over here, when you buying this off brand, it's still the same company and probably the same product. Get what I'm saying? So I mean, I've always been the type to, if I gotta spend my money and I don't have no coupon or nothing, yes, heck yeah, I'm gonna go for the cheaper stuff. When it comes to like Dollar Tree and stuff, I done already told y'all, some things I don't buy at the Dollar Tree is just not worth it. Some things like lotions and stuff like that, I don't buy unless it's like Jergens or something like that. But if it's all brand, I don't buy because it don't work for me and my kids' skin. So you just kind of have to pick on what you want to do, what works for you. Put it like that. That's what I'm trying to say. What works for you, because what may work for me may not work for you. Okay? And so now what I feel like you're going to start seeing is a lot of the cheaper items, which we already know it's a possibility what's going to happen. But a lot of the cheaper items, it's going it's going to start dwindling down. Well, it's already and it start dwindling down, and they ain't gonna have that stuff in stock because that's what everybody going to. Now we talking about Procter and Gamble over here, but actually you got to look at that when it comes to your food items too, because when people is hungry, they gonna buy whatever is cheap, whatever they can. And if all the cheap stuff is gone, or they can't keep up with the supply because everybody is buying. Now be honest, the off-brand companies is very, very happy right now. I would be too, because a lot of people is buying their products. You know, where before people they had an option or whatever. So you gotta just look at all that. So when Procter and Gamble, as big of a company as they are, announces that they're gonna be scaling back, what that tell you? Okay, and you got crazy people that'll fight over. They was fighting over toilet paper, y'all. So you got people that'll fight over that last bottle of Gain. Go ahead. Let me tell you something. Growing up, my granny did not like. Well, I've said this on this channel before, but I know I got a lot of new people, so I'm gonna say it again. We had allergies so bad, so my allergies was like the worst in the house, and I would always get sick from like the allergies. So there was no candle burning, none of that stuff when I'm growing up. Now I burn candles and stuff now, but I know which ones we can tolerate. So none of that in the house. Okay, that wasn't going on. Bleach, dishwasher liquid. Bleach, dishwasher liquid. Oh, and Pine Sol. Our clothes got washed in dishwashing liquid, and certain things in my house I wash in dishwashing liquid. And when I tell you it get your clothes cleaner than any Gain or Tide, that's a little tip for anybody that did not know. Get you some of that dishwashing liquid. That done. I know growing up it was Sun. No, not Sun. I'm lying. It was Joy. And I went to Rose's maybe about 2 months ago, and they had Joy dishwashing liquid, and I'm like, heck yeah, because I know about that Joy. Put that up in that up in that wash machine and wash your clothes. Okay, I promise you they'll be clean. So that's a little tip. Don't be embarrassed about that. I mean, it's doing the job. You're getting it clean. That's the whole thing. Paying $9-10 for some Tide. If you ain't got no sensitive skin or nothing like that, go get you some dishwashing liquid and wash your clothes in it, okay? Just know MGL said it, okay? But yeah, y'all. So I wanted to bring that to y'all attention. Let y'all know, don't be surprised if you go in the stores and you see your favorite products, they done scaled back, or they done shrink them, maybe some shrinkflation going on, or whatever the case may be. Just know that is why they did put this article out. Y'all saw for y'allself. Sorry that it was so small, because I did screen record it from my phone and then I transferred it over to my editor, and that is just the way it came out. So yeah, y'all, so I want y'all to be safe, and I got a lot of videos in store. I know I hadn't posted in 2 days. There's a reason for that, but it was much needed too, because y'all know I post every day, 2 and 3 times a day, and I think I was burnt out too. That was part of, I was burnt out. So the last 2 days, y'all have supported the channel. I've been watching my analytics and everything. And y'all have really supported me for the past year. Y'all held it up when I wasn't able to put up, and I appreciate that so much. So I got more content for y'all. Hopefully it's helpful. Y'all know over here it is motivation, inspiration, whatever you want to call it. It's just to motivate everybody to try to do what they can for their families, you know, a little bit at a time, you know. So I want y'all to be safe, and I'll see you in the next one if it's God's will. Okay, bye.